This excerpt is taken from the night before Cannon Company, which was Dad's unit, had their first combat experience. And it was, the location is, we're in Italy now, about 12 miles south of Florence.
Yes.
Roughly in that area. So I'll read a part of this. The company had not set up camp because it needed to be ready to go into action at a moment's notice. Everyone was extremely nervous and edgy, as the men knew their first combat experience was about to begin, and they did not really know what to expect. After eating sea rations for supper, the cannoneers attempted to get some sleep. The sleep area was quite small and crowded. Allen bedded down right next to Captain Giles, butt to butt in Army parlance. In the middle of the night, Allen was jolted awake by a sharp, loud crack of gunfire. It came from the sentry, who was standing just a few yards away. Shots were fired because the sentry on duty and the man attempting to replace him had not communicated with each other. Either the password was incorrectly given correctly but not heard, or perhaps not given at all. In any event, Captain Giles, Technician Stanley Throne, the relieving sentry, and Private First Class Robert Gross were all wounded in this unfortunate accident. They were immediately evacuated from the combat area and sent back to a medical unit for treatment. Although Gross was able to rejoin the company at a later time, Giles and Throne received more severe wounds and would never return to their unit. Not surprisingly, this incident caused complete pandemonium within the company. Everyone woke up and at first thought the Germans had attacked. Things settled down somewhat when it was discovered what had occurred, but tensions remained high because the men knew combat was soon to follow. First Lieutenant Mansell Slaughter took over as company commander. First Lieutenant Fred Weaver was appointed as executive officer, and Ben Shepard replaced Weaver as the leader of the 2nd Platoon. Cannon Company was poised to enter combat with a new commander, a new second in command, and a new 2nd Platoon leader.
Well, my recollection of it was that those bullets that wounded Giles must have missed me by inches or very close, because we were literally butt to butt. And he got hit in the butt with those bullets, and they missed me, which was lucky for me. And the next day when we did have inter combat, why, I was the forward observer, and the lieutenant in charge of the 1st Platoon, whose name was Elliot Jurgensen, and I were sent forth by our new company commander to go to an OP to direct some fire on the enemy. So we both went up there, and of course our first experiences were kind of laughable now, because when we called for a round to be fired, we sent back what we thought were the coordinates of the target, and the Fire Control Center reported on the way, and we looked and we didn't see anything. So the shot, we don't have any idea where it went. It was nowhere near the target that we had in mind, but we finally got it adjusted so that we hit the target. But the first shot was way, way off into some other area that was beyond our ability to see it. And of course we finally did get kind of settled down, and get adjusted to the situation, but it was a very upsetting experience to have your company commander, who was supposed to lead us, gone the first day before we even got into combat officially.
Sure.
And
that's friendly fire, isn't it? Yeah, that's what they call it now.
He was gone, and we never did see him again.